Hi, this is Jaye Ancruem with this week's episode of Mental Health Minute, and let's take a minute or so to talk about mental health.
Hello, all, and welcome to this week's episode of Mental Health Minute with Jay. And on this week, we're going to be talking about leadership and just talking about those qualities that leaders should have, and specifically those God given qualities that leaders should have. And I know a lot of times we have some preconceived ideas about the qualities that we look for in leaders. And one of them is someone that is perceived to be powerful, someone that can assert dominance over others, someone that can be controlling and kind of forcibly get people to do the things that they want and get people to follow them. But I believe that according to God's word, a strong leader is exactly the opposite of that. Of course, you have to be able to motivate and encourage people, and you definitely don't want to be someone that others perceive as someone that is weak or that someone can take advantage of and walk all over. That is not what I'm saying at all. In any way, meekness is not weakness. If anything, it's just being able to be courageous and stand strong, but do it in a way that shows that you have self-control and temperance. And often, when we're actually trying to assert dominance over someone, in order to get them to do something, we're actually having the opposite effect. I used to work at a high school, and I used to have other teachers, come to me and ask me, they're having such a difficult time with this particular student. How am I getting this student to actually comply? How do I, and their question would be presented, how do I have control over this student? And I would say, the exact opposite is my agenda. I'm not trying to have control over the student. I believe that you can get people to comply with you and show leadership by, number one, just building a relationship with them. And once you build this relationship with this person knows that you hear them. It's not just about the leader trying to always be heard and push their agenda, but you're also hearing that individual. And I was often able to get the students to comply just by letting them know that they mattered, and that I cared about them, and that their personal interest was also of value to me. It wasn't just that I was trying to go with my day and my agenda, but I wanted to hear from them. And, I wanted to know what was troubling them, what was bothering them, and what we needed to do together collectively to make sure that they move forward. Because, of course, I had a job to do and had an objective to be able to achieve. But if I wanted to involve them, I needed to include them. So we need to understand as leaders that it is just not about, looking out for self, but we have to consider those that are, under us, those that are looking up to us. The Bible also tells us to know those that, labor amongst us. The only way that we can know people is to build relationships with them. And the more we build relationships with them and the more we know them and we understand them, then the more we can actually lead and lead responsibly and actually get people to readily comply with our requests. So definitely on today and the rest of this week, let's look at ourselves. Let's take that time to self-examine. If you're in a leadership position, and you can be in a leadership position just in your home, how am I leading others? Am I leading them through trying to dominate and control? Or am I trying to encourage them and leading by example and be concerned about them? And the Bible tells us, with love, loving kindness have I drawn thee. So what are we doing today to be effective, good leaders?
Hi, thank you for joining us this week for this week's Mental Health Minute. We hope that you walk away feeling educated, empowered, and supported. And we hope that you join us next time for a Mental Health Minute. Thank you.